everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today I'm going to be talking now about the spreadsheet. I'm guessing this is now the 5th spreadsheet. I'm not too sure. I think I lost track already of the spreadsheets, I'll be honest. It's pretty bad. But either way, Flynn has updated his spreadsheet again, just make it a bit more easier for mainly people who use mobiles on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. He's made it a lot easier. So obviously this is the previous spreadsheet that I went through pretty sure yesterday. And this is now the Americas one. So there's been a couple changes into this one. So the first one obviously is now the new probability. So for both signed and new. So like the blue means like a signed for both. C is like 90% chance for probably signed, close to signed. You can read all of this also on the site, and there's also been an update as well. The chance has been increased, which is green arrow. The chance reduced is a orange arrow, and they just added as a plus, and just moved is just a red. It's just red, and then the play info as well over here. So it's a lot more easier now to read it, which I quite like. But either way, let's get right into it. So first up, Sentinels. It was confirmed that Tens has signed a contract, an extension contract. Now that he's also Brazilian as well, which was also a mistake from Flynn's part. But it was announced that Tens has signed a contract for next year, and it's looking more likely as well that John Cutie will be joining Sentinels other than Valorant. So Valorant, I most likely will probably be staying with the former the guard roster, which obviously we're getting too soon, but we're not really too sure about that. But it's most likely John QT will be the new IGL for Sentinels, which is pretty good. A good upgrade as well for Mark, who actually wasn't too bad in my opinion. Evil Geniuses, it was announced this morning for me that Zeeks, the assistant coach, has officially left the team. I'm guessing this is going to be the 5-man roster that they're going to be sticking with, including Potter. I'll be interested if they do sign another coach, but I guess we'll find out there. Leviathan, comparing to the last spreadsheet, nothing I don't think. I mean, other than King's likely of saying is pretty high. Originally, it was unknown/possible because of rumors of him maybe joining Furia, but that's just rumored. That's only a rumor. So, he's probably going to be staying, though, with Leviathan. Cloud9 is a very interesting one. Rumor has it that Nismo, Narrate, Oxy, Screwface, and Shazam. All those 5 are currently on a trial. So T means trial, if you're wondering. And that's so they're on trial right now for possibly joining Cloud9 for a budget. I'm pretty sure I talked about this a couple times, that Cloud9 is looking for a team that could be a budget. Well, basically just a budget roster for this year. And could we see Nismo, Narrate, Oxy maybe possibly joining, Screwface, which is them as the IGL, or even Flyer, a former player from Moist Moguls. Could he maybe possibly join? It's looking more likely that that will probably join, but it's a possibility though that Flyer might join. Everyone else unlikely to be staying. Cupid, Leaf, and Zeppa very unlikely to be staying. Loud. Right now, nothing. I don't think there's been any changes to from Loud from the last spreadsheet, so we're moving on. Crew Esports, also the same as well. Nothing, basically exactly the same compared to the last spreadsheets and colorless and everything. 100 Thieves, also exactly the same. There has been nothing right now on 100 Thieves. Furia, looks like the chances of King joining is reduced, so he's now rumored to be joining in Furia, which would still be a very weird change. And Conan is also, interestingly enough, to be the new IGL for the team. G2 Esports is rumored to have, well, I'm pretty sure a verbal agreement has been reached with G2 Esports to sign the guard roster. And the most likely candidate of leaving is Tex. Is looking like he might be joining NRG, which I'll get into later. And rumor has it that Leaf will possibly be the new duelist for the G2 roster. Shazam is rumored, but his chances of joining is pretty unlikely. Now, considering that Valorant is looking pretty likely now to be joining G2, along with Jonah P, Trent, Net, Josh RT, and even the manager as well, which is pretty cool, Sailwolf. But Leaf might be their new duelist, which is pretty good, I'll be honest. I think this is a very good roster, very scary one as well. So it's pretty ironic that G2 was about to be in partnership, then didn't get into partnership because of Andrew Tate, and is now coming back into partnership, and is now coming back to partnership because no other team could sign them in time. So it helps. I guess that's pretty ironic there. NRG now, which I was getting to now. Unlikely for Valorant to be joining NRG, which I find very, very strange. Obviously, I saw the rumors. Obviously, if you saw in the last spreadsheet that Sept8th, he was rumored to be joining NRG, including John Cutie, but we know that now John Cutie most likely to be joining Sentinels, and Sept8th, basically, also pretty likely to be staying with Loud. So now Valen is now a new name who might be joining NRG as a new IGL, and Tex, his probability has also heightened as well, now just to a possibility. Crashes and Victor, 90% chance of them staying, and Marv, a likely option. Narrate is an unlikely possibility to be joining the team, while some Finesse, Artist, and Ethos, they're basically below 10% chance of joining. And the final American team is MIBR, Zand, Rafa, and QCK, all those, and Mazen as well, I should say. All those four are rumored to be now joining MIBR. Havoc is a possibility, not really too sure. Or as our RGLM, a very, very good 90% chance of him signing. Bazooka, pretty likely to be staying as well, including Zalzin, who is actually a reserve, I'm pretty sure. Yes, a reserve. So we don't really know about Zalzin and Havoc, but we know that RGLM will be staying with the team. Alright, America's now done. Let's now go to EMEA, which for some reason doesn't have that little top thing which says EMEA, but this is indeed EMEA. I don't think there's been any changes here to Fnatic, so we'll skip over Fnatic. Giants Gaming, nothing. Obviously, I talked about Ryan. Nothing on Giants. Foot Esports, nothing. Team Liquid, nothing. Other than, I think possibly Redgar might be a possibility of joining, but is uncertain right now. Koi, nothing. Even though all these players are currently on trial, and the most likely candidates of joining is Lowell and Link, which I mean is a pretty decent roster. Lowell, he's a very, very good Spanish duelist, so I'll be interested to see how he goes. Shin, just like I said, I'm pretty sure in my previous video, he is on trial with Carmichael to possibly join alongside Enzo and Redgar. Team Vitality, we officially now know that Kix is on trial with Team Vitality. I don't think this was said on the previous, no it wasn't, so we know that Kix is on trial with Team Vitality. The big one I want to talk about in EMEA is Na'Vi, because it's looking 90% chance that Artis will be coming back to EMEA to join his former FPX team. This is massive if this is the case, because at least now Na'Vi basically has a very good chance of possibly being one of the best teams in the world. Could they maybe beat EG? Well, I should say 2023 EG, maybe, possibly, but Zippin and Dawn Bros, both of them are uncertain. We don't have any info on them possibly be rejoining, or are they gonna be leaving? We don't really know. Because if that's the case, then they need to maybe try and find they will also have to try and find someone to replace Zippin on that flex role. It would be cool though if they do say and they do form that FPX team that we kind of all thought that they were gonna be sticking for the 2023 season. But that did not happen. But now, in 2024, it's looking pretty likely that everyone will be staying and coming back together as a team. Gentlemates, nothing. Team Heretics, nothing there for Heretics. Still looking pretty likely, at least still, that Mixwell will be the reserve for the team. And BBL, also nothing. Don't know anything other than Brave, most likely to be staying with the team. Pacific now up next, and Z Division, right now nothing for that team. DRX, also nothing. Talon Esports, also nothing, I don't think. Destination Focus Me, nothing. Team Secret, nothing. Global Esports, only one is Mun yet. His probability of joining the team has lowered, so he is now just no info, uncertain. Could maybe leave. No idea though. Gen G, I talked about in my last video that Gen G have basically exploded their roster. They got rid of everyone except for Meteor, and Lakia is still pretty likely to be joining Gen G. PaperX, nothing. Bleed Esports, nothing. T1, nothing. And ROQ, looks like Blaze King is now basically off the hook. No info on his future. Most likely not going to be joining ROQ for next season. Alright, so Pacific was pretty easy. China. China will also be pretty easy. One thing I forgot to mention in my last spreadsheet is Invictus Gaming. I forgot to mention them. They actually signed a new roster, which includes Revival, Kate Noah, Wu Jay Wizzy. I don't know how you say that person's name. Point 7 and Ronan Baby, and the coach and the coach is Lei. I'm not really too sure how that team's gonna go. No idea. But a new roster has also been confirmed as well. Obviously, that being JD Gaming, which was rumored to be joining the Chinese scene, and now they've officially joined the Chinese scene with no coach, which is pretty interesting. This is now the roster here, which includes Hina MVP, Man98, Faraway, Z1 Yan, Nearly, and Koharu as the players. Also, it is also pretty certain that the Australian player of Autumn will be joining FunPlus Phoenix. I'm pretty sure on a verbal agreement. We still don't know anything about Vichy. He's a possibility of joining FunPlus Phoenix, but that's all we really know about Vichy's situation with FPX. Other than that, a total of now 5 teams in China have confirmed their roster. I'll be interested to see if JD Gaming does actually sign a coach. I think that'll be pretty smart for them to sign a coach, but as of right now, it's a bit unknown there. Who could the other team be? Like I said, could it be like Raw Never Give Up? Could it be Tylo? Could it even be Attack and Soul Esports? I don't know, but I guess we'll find out pretty soon. But that's really about it, considering that there's no actual like full spreadsheet that I can really go back into, so I apologize for that. But I'll leave a link to the tweet that Flynn made down in the description below, so you can look at it for yourself. So that's really about it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys next time in the next one. Goodbye.